Hello students, this is Karan Sonagra, and in today's video we will solve the worksheet of chapter number 11, which is measurement and motion. So let us start with choose the correct option. So first question is given: invention of the wheel led to the development of several modes of what? कुकिंग और ट्रांसपोर्ट. सो ऑब्वियसली ट्रांसपोर्ट, बिकॉज व्हील कहाँ पर होता है? ट्रांसपोर्ट में भी यूज़ होता है. तो ट्रांसपोर्ट में ही अगर ये यूज़ हो रहा है तो इट वुड बी इन ट्रांसपोर्ट. सेकेंड, ट्रेन्स एंड ऑटोमोबाइल्स डिक्रीजेज द टाइम टू ट्रैवल. मतलब अगर हम लोग ट्रेन से या ऑटोमोबाइल से जाते हैं रादर देन वॉकिंग, तो it would decrease the time to travel. So A would be the answer. Standard units have fixed value. So wherever you go, the value of standard units would not change. The SI unit were developed in 1960. Then next question, SI unit of length is. So length is a one kind of distance, and the SI unit of distance is meter. So meter would be the answer. So these are the answers of choose the correct option. Then next exercise, write T for the true statement and F for the false one. Correct the false statement. So you have to write T and F, and also if the sentence is false then you have to correct it. So for the sake of uniformity, scientists all over the world have adopted a common set of units called the International System of Units or SI units. So this statement is true. We can measure the length of curved line using ruler. No, we cannot use ruler to measure curved line. For that we have to use string. So this statement is false, and instead of ruler we have to use string to measure curved line. A divider is used to measure the distance between 2 points. Yes, so this statement is true, because if we want to measure the distance between 2 points on the map, we use divider. Then the fourth one, an object is said to be in curvilinear motion when it moves in a straight line. No, when it moves on a curved path, then we can say that object is in curvilinear motion. If it is moving in a straight line, then it's a rectilinear motion. So this statement is false. Next, an object cannot have more than one kind of motion. No, it can have. So say for an example, you are going somewhere by the bicycle, right? So bicycle move in a straight line if it is a straight road, right? So it has rectilinear motion, but the wheel of bicycle will rotate. It means it has rotational motion as well. So only bicycle has two motion, one is rectilinear and another one is rotational motion. So an object, if it is moving, then it may or may not have the one kind of motion. एक से ज़्यादा भी होने के chances है. So these are the answers of this exercise. Next exercise is fill in the blanks with the correct word. So a unit is used to measure or used as a standard of measurement. The unit would be the answer. What is the distance between tip of the thumb and the tip of the little finger of स्ट्रेच्ड हैंड मतलब कि यहाँ पर उसको क्या कहा जाता है, तो हैंड स्पान विच इज़ द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन टिप ऑफ द थंब एंड द टिप ऑफ द लिटिल फिंगर व्हेन यू fully stretched the hand. So fully and hand span would be the answer. Depending on the size of the object, we have to measure and we have to choose and what kind of unit and appropriate unit. So appropriate would be the answer. The distance of something from one end to another is called length. It's not a weight because weight is a gravitational force acting on an object. Then, what is the length of outstretched arms? So, length of outstretched arms is called fathom. So, these are the answers of this exercise. Then next, write one example for each of the following. You have to give one example for the following things. The curvilinear motion. It means the examples of curvilinear motion you have to tell. So a stone thrown up in the air at a certain angle is an example of curvilinear motion. तो वो कैसी होगी इस तरह से. Then the example of rectilinear motion. So a train which is moving on a straight track. So that is an example of rectilinear motion. मतलब कि सीधा जाना चाहिए. तो you can give another example that a car which is moving on a straight road, that is also an example of rectilinear motion. Then periodic motion. So you can say the example of pendulum of clock. So that is also a periodic motion which is or which repeats itself after certain interval of time. And also the movement of hands of a clock, that is also periodic motion because the hands will repeat their motion or repeat their circular motion, yeah, so you can say they repeat their rotational motion after certain interval of time. So that is the periodic motion. Then rotational motion. So an example of rotational motion, the outer portion of blades of a windmill which moves much more than the portion closer to the center. तो जो windmill होती है उसकी blades जो होती है it has rotational motion. Or you can say the wheel of bicycle or wheel of moving bicycle is also has rotational motion. Then नॉन पीरियोडिक मोशन. तो एग्जाम्पल ऑफ नॉन पीरियोडिक मोशन में आप बोल सकते हो कि अ बर्ड विच इज़ ग्लाइडिंग अक्रॉस द स्काई और फ्लाइंग बटरफ्लाई. दिस आर द एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ नॉन पीरियोडिक मोशन. सो these are the answers of this exercise. Then next, write one word for the following. So the process of finding the length, size or quantity of something is called measurement. So measurement is a one kind of process in which you find the length, size or quantity of something. Then next, a fixed quantity with respect to which a physical quantity is measured, so that is called unit. The unit is a fixed quantity with respect to which a physical quantity is measured. तो physical quantity जो measure की जाती है वो किस में, कोई particular unit में measure की जाती है and it has a fixed value. Then units that have a fixed quantity and do not vary from person to person and place to place are called standard units, because standard units जो होते हैं वो पर्सन टू पर्सन या प्लेस टू प्लेस वेरी नहीं होते, उनकी वैल्यू जो होती है इट रिमेन्स फिक्स एवरीवेयर. That an object is said to be in when it is moving. So when object is moving, then we can say it is in motion because it will change its position or it will travel some distance in a time. A, a type of motion in which all parts of an object move the same distance in a given time, that is called translation motion, because in the translation motion all parts of an object move in a same distance or move the same distance. So that kind of motion is called translation motion. So these are the answers of this exercise. So that's it in today's video. For descriptive answers, I am sharing this answer key. So please verify your answers with that, and if you haven't completed this worksheet, to please complete it. Just write down very short question, fill in the blanks true and false directly in the worksheet, and short question answer, long question answer को सिर्फ learn कर लेना. That's it. Thank you and have a nice day.